Well, today, Bobby and I are going to take this old girl on a little rip ski. So this is my 08 Evo 10, currently on a 100%, and when I say 100%, I mean 100%, stock engine from the oil pan all the way to the valve cover. Now we strapped on a, let me show you, 68 millimeter turbo. Let's just do a full build breakdown real quick because this car hasn't been on the channel for a while, other than the transmission stuff. So ETS turbo kit, 6870 ETS front mount with all the ETS intercooler piping, ETS intake of course, ETS cat back exhaust, ID 2000 injectors, radium fuel pump hanger with 2 Walbro 450s, radium fuel line kit, Grimace Speed EBCS, stock motor, built transmission, I guess you could say, not really built, upgraded final drive, upgraded diff pins in the differential, stock T-case, stock axles, ACT mod, twin disc clutch, MAP catch can, fuel lob regulator, radium rail, radium damper. You guys get the point. Pretty much a stock motor with a big old turbo kit and fuel system. This car made over 800 wheel horsepower on the dyno. Now here's the thing. The whole life of this car, since it came off the dyno, it's been turned down to like high 20s, low 30 pounds of boost. The day we went to the track, the very last pass that I tried to do, we put it on its hot map, which is around 40 pounds of boost. Unfortunately, they would not let me make that pass. And if I'm not mistaken, this car is still on its hottest map. So this is gonna be a ride along in an over 800 wheel horsepower stock motor Evo 10. It might blow up, it might not. I'm gonna do one pull and save the rest for the track. This thing on the street is probably gonna be a little bit hairy. So let's be safe. We got to do a test, make sure our transmission truly works under power. We know it works under daily driving, but does it work under power? Let's go find out. Hop in, loser! Is he tied up?
Piston just got done like licking my whole face.
Did you put him on leash?
Yeah.
Close the door, just in case, please.
Close the door.
Well, what if it eats a rod and we gotta push it home? It'll be like 2 hours. Bobby popped by the shop. She doesn't know what a fast car feels like anymore, so I only have a 35-pound boost gauge in her, so if it maxes out a 35-pound boost gauge, we're in for a ride.
What do you mean, honey? I don't want to be in anything fast right now.
It's not fast. It's a stock motor. It made, what was it, 250 horsepower? I think it was 250. So, smell my armpits?
Oh my gosh. You reek.
Bring it down a little bit, otherwise they'll sneak it up in here. I know. You ever heard of a 430 final drive? What's your ratio?
435 on final drive.
You have a 430 as well?
Yeah, that's my ratio.
I can already tell. First gear's lengthened. You know how long it's been?
How long?
Well, it broke like near that track day. Whatever that was.
Oh, when was that? That was like beginning of the spring, right? Summer?
It's been at least like 4 months since it's been touched.
Yeah.
At least.
This car has a certain smell to it, so.
It always smells the same.
Why is that?
It smells like Devin.
Devin smells like BO. That's grosser than my butt.
Nothing can compete to that butt. Thing's rank. You wanna drive? Since
No.
you haven't driven a 10 in years.
It's fine. I'll just save that for when my 10 is fixed. Probably won't ever happen, but it's fine.
I wish I had an oil pressure gauge. I had to steal it for the Evo 8. Stock motor is gonna be crying here in a second.
Honey, why?
It's a stock motor.
Why is it gonna be crying?
It's just what it does.
Like the noise of it, or like
I'm not. Why would I intentionally blow it up when I just had it apart 2 minutes ago?
The motor?
No, but I had the transmission out to pull the motors. One more motor mount.
You're intentionally trying to blow this.
I would never. That's so dumb. I don't want to freaking put a motor in it right now. My belt motor's not even done.
That thing is so cool.
I think it's a Cushman truckster.
Wow.
I'll show you a light tip, and I have no idea how it runs. I have no idea what.
She's running just mint right now.
Well, under boost. Like, what's up with the plugs? How old are the plugs?
Look how small that shed is.
Is it gonna misfire? I do have R888s on her, so she should hook well. Well, if it was on like 30 pounds, it'd be fine, but I think it's on like 45. Holy shit, this thing is fast. This thing is singing. That literally made my heart like stop for a second. I forgot it was that freaking fast. That's like 45 pounds. Gotta be. Feel my heart. Feel my heart. That's at least 45 pounds.
Is it 'cause you almost wrecked?
I don't see no rods out the hood.
What in the heck?
This thing is that's ridiculous. I've never felt it on this map.
No.
I put it on this map and then I got kicked out of the track. So I've never felt it on this map.
Honey, I don't like that. It's way too fast.
That was intense.
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna put it back on like 30.
Yeah.
How is that motor still in the chat? One more pull?
No, please no.
I know, she's cutting the short shift in her too. Yeah, that final drive's nice. You notice how it lengthened out each gear a little bit?
Does my face look enthused or concerned?
That was insane.
That was insane.
Like, truthfully, that was the fastest I've ever felt any of my cars by a mile.
Yeah, that was very fast.
Like, prior would probably be the STI, but this was like
Yeah, Gary for sure.
way. This was like
Like my stomach might be like there.
like, you know when you jump out of an airplane and it's like a certain rush of like, holy crap, what am I
No,
doing?
I've never jumped out of a plane.
That was insane.
Honey.
I was having to really wheel it around.
Yeah, I know. That was like, I think I saw my light flash before me.
All right, I'm gonna save that map. Maybe I'll save the entire car for the
Throw
track.
it in the garbage.
For the track, save her for
This
the
car.
track.
You need to like cage it. If that's the map, you're caging this thing.
That's a 9-second map right there. I'm telling you.
Honey, that's just a lot.
That's fast. I'm not lying when I say that's fast.
I know, I'm right here with you.
One more?
No.
It's always the one more that takes something out too.
Yeah. Nope, we got proof, and that's all we needed. Yep, she's gonna sit back in the garage for a year.
You want to do a launch?
No.
What if we need to test out this first gear to make sure it's good?
Honey, it's good.
What about them diff pins? What if they come out? I need to know now.
They're not gonna come out.
One launch.
They're in there really tight. Really sturdy diff niches.
What?
What do you call them?
Diff pins.
Diff pins.
I think the secret to this car living is how much oil it leaks. You know, so it's always got fresh oil. Like, it leaks out all over the bottom of the car, and then I'll just put more in it. Seriously. I wouldn't doubt it.
Does that mean my engine's gonna go forever too?
On what?
Because my Evo leaks so much of it.
That thing's a hunk of crap. I'm getting a new motor anyway. What you mean? That was insane.
That was a lot of excitement for a couple of moments.
That's well, another thing is, remember when I got hit on the road?
Mm-hmm.
It bent the control arm.
Really?
So that wheel isn't all the way straight. That probably didn't help with it going like this.
Did not help at all. Why don't you tip my windows today?
I do need to do a test on the launch. Let me see how much boost it builds on launch. 20 pounds on launch. That's the girl.
Why is it like smoky?
Well, it's a 150,000 mile rally art motor, that's why. Riley Art. What a good girl. Wow. You want your car to feel like this?
Not even a little bit.
Would this be faster than your NSX?
By a long shot. Maybe not right off the line.
Oh, I'll wheel her.
You want to line it up on the track?
Let's go.
Okay.
Figured I should string this thing up real quick before we hit the track again. Look how towed out this wheel is. That is a solid amount. No wonder why she was all over the road. Ugh. Who in the heck tightened that bolt? Well, with string, that is about as good as you can get. It was towed so far out. Now it's zeroed out. As close as I can get it. I have a gift for you. It's been in the shop for like 3 months. There you go. Good boy. We should probably not.
Ooh.
You know what those are?
Yeah, they're for down below.
Yeah, I know, but what are they? So these are 2021 style.
New style.
I wanted your front end to look like my front end, so I bought you these.
Wow. Thanks, honey.
They're really hard to install. It takes maybe a minute, so could you pull your car in real quick?
That's why you wanted me to wash my car?
No. I just want you to wash it because it's filthy.
It's my daily driver.
Pull it in.
Okay. Thank you. Oh.
Hopefully they fit good.
The red just looks so much cleaner.
Your car should probably get polished one of these days. Watch them not fit. I'd be so pissed because I couldn't. That's the right side. There's no way I could return them. It's been years. Now this may sound like common sense, and it should be common sense. I'm sure all you guys do it, and I need to start doing it. I need to stop ordering parts, putting them on the shelf for 3 months, and then trying to get them to fit. Because after 3 months, nobody accepts returns, which is quite obvious. These things right here, man. I just looked at the description. I got them on eBay. It was like 150 bucks for the pair. It was nice because that red was already paint matched. And they said they fit the FK8 2017 plus FK8 Type R only, not the traditional Civic. Those things are a solid 1 inch shorter than the OEMs, so there's no way those are gonna fit. Lesson learned. Don't do what I do. Do what you should do. And make sure stuff fits within like 2 weeks, I would say is reasonable. One last thing to finish off the day. I don't know if you're sick of watching me tint windows yet or not. I guess I've only done one car. But when you spend that much time trying to learn and trying to perfect something, it's nice to just tint because now I'm kind of good at it. So I just got a brand new windshield installed in the black Type R, the all-wheel drive Type R, and I'm gonna go ahead, pull it in the shop, and slap on some tint. The rest of the car is already done, so let's finish it off with a nice little windshield tint and call that a wrap on the day. By the way, the Evo 10's fast. You wanna know something kind of insane? I'm pretty sure this is the case. The Evo makes more power than this. If I can remember correctly, if not more, it was very, very close. Granted, this is a 64 mil turbo. We run a 68 mil turbo on the Evo 10, but still, pretty crazy to think that a stock motor can actually make that much power, and not only make that much power, but actually last. It's holding up. All right, fresh, brand new glass. Let's get this thing tinted. I don't like to go crazy dark on windshields. Maybe to some of you guys, it's pretty dark, but I typically go with a 40%, 40 or 50% on the windshields. Sides and back, you can go quite a bit darker on, but the front, you're always looking out of it, especially in the night. If you go like 20% on the front, you can't see anything. I'm gonna try to get this thing done, of course, my very first try. I don't want no redos on this glass. This is the windshield I practiced on for a very long time, so hopefully that helps. Just to make life a little bit easier, let's pop these guys off. Do you hear that? That is a Volkswagen special. I'm sorry, but that is just, you know, a little bit excessive. Sorry, Volkswagen boys. Now, like I said, this is a brand new windshield, and they put this tape on it to hold it up in place so it doesn't slide. But I'm just gonna make a quick adjustment on that tape so it's not in our tint zone. All right, step one. Let's give it a quick wipe down. I'll be doing the dry shrink method. That's what I'm used to doing. So light mist on the entire windshield with our baby shampoo solution, our slip solution. Take a dryer sheet, rub it together, and make it milky on the windshield. We're gonna let that dry, and then the hardest part, shrinking the tint to this glass. It is pretty curved, so it's gonna take me a while. Let's hope we can get the shrinking done first try, and hopefully done under like an hour. I'm definitely committed to tint. Here we have 300 feet of film. I tinted the sides of this and the entire Evo 8 with that film. It's called Scorpion, made here in the States. And I really like that film, so I ordered a bunch. Committed now for sure. Let's trim off enough off this roll. There is a little defect on the end, so I'll cut off quite a bit extra to get that defect removed. Right now, I'm just gonna cut off all of the excess. We still want a few inches on the edges for shrinking purposes. I find it makes it a little bit easier, and then you cut it to the exact shape later on. Okay, something like that. Gonna grab my hard card, which is pretty much a hard squeegee, and tack her down in the center and on the edges. Shrinking time. I'm not gonna explain this. I'll just time lapse it. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Enjoy. So if I wanted to sound cool, I would tell you guys I got it done my first try in 30 minutes, but my first time, I almost had it done in 30 minutes, and then there was like this big swoopy thing I couldn't get out. This was my third try, and it's now done. I didn't time the last one because I didn't want to mess it up, but I would guess it was probably 45 minutes. Let's go listen to Piston snore real quick. I'm trying to not be frustrated, but I'm frustrated. It took me 3 tries. Now we're gonna go through and trim off all the excess vinyl. We're gonna have about an 1/8 to 1/4 inch past the black all around the windshield. Hard part's done though. Shrinking this windshield, man, it's tough. It's very, very curved. So if you put a light on the inside and then kind of cover everything, cover all the ambient light with your hand, you can get a pretty good idea of where to cut. Alrighty, let's get this interior prepped out. So I need to pull off, don't need to, but it's easier if you pull off these A-pillars. It's only a bolt for each side. And then that rear view mirror needs to be popped off as well. We can go ahead, clean the inside of the windshield and apply the tint. This thing is pointless, by the way, on this car. A traditional Type R, sure, but this thing does not utilize that item, which is like the lane assist, lane departure camera. I never cared to get that thing to work with the swap. Alrighty, so I'm gonna cover the dash, put my rope in down there so we don't get a bunch of water inside of the dash, and then we can go ahead and clean it. Apparently our towel has a built-in rope, which I did not know, but I guess that works. Windshield's probably pretty clean. It was put in today. All we need to do is spray her down, scrub it real quick, squeegee it, and we are ready to rock and roll. Here we have our roll of tint. I got a little squeegee here to get things started. I'm gonna spray down the windshield one more time. And hopefully our windshield's clean enough. No, I'm kidding, it better be perfect. Finally, after 120 feet of film, the entire Type R is now tinted. That's really bright, my apologies. Look at that, man. So 3 tries today, finally got it. Is it perfect? It's not perfect. It's not 100% perfect, but it's 99.9%. So 3 attempts today and like 100 attempts throughout the last couple months. This windshield's finally done. The whole entire car is tinted, and man, this thing looks so good. We really need to focus on getting this hood dump finished up, getting a cutout and a nice bezel made for the hood so that we can get the carbon fiber hood back on. This car's got a little bit of things left to finish up on it, but dude, it's coming out so good. So good. Now, when I say, if I can learn how to tint, knowing how many times I wanted to give up, if I can do it, you can do it. And I say that all the time with anything. Anytime I learn something new, I always say, if I can do it, you guys can do it. I gave up or wanted to give up so many times. It's fine to take little breaks here and there, but if you really want something bad enough, if you keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing and don't quit and research and watch other people on YouTube and do all the things, you guys already know, you'll figure it out eventually. The fact that this entire car is now tinted, entire Evo 8 is now tinted, all by myself. I now have 300 feet of film to do my new truck, to do the old NSX, to do the Supra, to do every car in the future is mind-blowing because I know how many hours it took me to learn. So if I can do it, you can do it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Evo 8's fat, Evo 10's fast. Good night.